No hamburgers. No. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show. If we had a show, it'd be a show. We're not having a show. I am doing good today. Let me grab some music. That nobody can complain. Yeah, and the fact that I haven't switched over my audio yet. There we go. Why is Wuthering Waves still open? Well, it's not the actual game, it's just the launcher, because they always open up after you're done. But hello, welcome everybody. Welcome one and all. Today is a unique day. No more Monster Hunter for today. Instead, me and Kirbo just want to take a break and relax and yap about random shit. It's a little salty? There's just plenty of salt. But welcome everybody, welcome. I am Setsuna Fox, and my PNG friend over here is Kirbo. This flaming armor of flamingness. Those are flames, right? Okay. I just want to talk real quick before we get into too deep into the yapping. It's nothing serious, nothing important, but I figured out how to improve my recordings for videos and for future videos for Kirbo, who will edit them one day. And you fixed 2 of them. There are like 30 more. But no, I found a method to record better, to where Kirbo can move me around the screen, and instead of just being placed in one spot, to do what kind of like, and I know I always say this, but more like Markiplier does in a lot of his videos, and like a lot of other content creators do in theirs. And I'm actually having fun with it on my end. I don't know about you. Yeah, I know. I'm recording it that way though. Let me grab my pipe and let me grab my fishies and my water. Here we go. Yeah, my pipe, my fish, and my water. My toggles I never really use. Could also grab my fox. No. You don't realize I've had like 30 different things on the screen at one point. I literally had like 30 different pictures of my ass on the screen. Yeah, that is a good idea. We could indeed do that. Alright, so the first topic of discussion. What should it be? What should we talk about? I'll put Genshin. I'll just put Genshin. It literally looks like Liyue. could have told you that. Oh yeah, those 5-star standard selector 5 years later. Congrats. Congrats. 5 years later, and you can choose your preferred 5-star from the standard banner. Not from the 5 years worth of banners, just the standard banner. Now, granted, if you're only playing because you like looks, like me, more power to you. But if you're playing for like power creep, but then again, that's true in any stance for any gacha game. The standard characters are always gonna be shit. Like I hate to say it, they're basically there to start the game and help you out, but. Now, granted, if you're like me and you haven't been able to get one of the characters in the standard banner, aka Chi-Chi, the smallest character and most adorable, next to Klee, or like me at one point when I was like, I didn't have Jean, and it took forever to get her, and I got her through randomly pulling one day. It's sad, in all honesty, that it took so long to get this. And it's sad that they had to add a character to it, or added 2 characters to it. Yeah. Dea, on the other hand, was, as you mentioned the last time, was because her hit was so terrible. Well, Well, even with Zhongli, they didn't really do him justice. Yeah, he's just a shielder, which, you know, in essence does make sense for his character. He's the Dendra Archon. He's Mr. Shielder, which, you know, is true. They don't really have that many shielders in the game, to my knowledge. Which is kind of the problem in not just Genshin, but any real competitive game that I've noticed recently in times, is that they don't really balance things out. Like, aside from MMOs where, you know, they kind of have to balance it, because if they don't, they're fucking themselves over. Like, we'll use 14 as a comparison. Whenever they release a class, like, over the years, as 14's released classes, you know, whenever they release a tank, they usually try to release a healer along with it. Or, like, when they release DPSs, they release more close range than ranged. But they always try to strive for some balance. And I've noticed that a lot of gacha games, and, you know, competitive games, again, this is just from my perspective, is they don't really balance it very well. Like, the fact that you can kind of count on one hand how many of one or the other elements and characters there have been, and, like, even some of the banner reruns is just ridiculous. I think Genshin is the only one that has, I think, you know, Shenhe is like the only one who hasn't had a banner rerun, or has had only like one banner rerun. which is sad. And yet you have other characters like Yolan getting like what, 4 reruns? Yeah, and I get she's cool and I get she's a money seller, but at the same time, I actually, and it irritates me to say this, but I actually hate him. I do not like when they create a character that's basically we had to re-nerf him, if that makes any sense, because there were people complaining that at one point you could do his one skill and spin around crazily on PC, and then they nerfed it to where you couldn't do that, but then they had to do it back because people were complaining. Which is more sad from the fact that, and again, yes, I was trying to say that, but I'm also saying that, you know, it's understandable from a perspective as that's where most of their money's coming from. And I know it's not right to say that, but money talks. Globally, they make less money. And I'm not gonna fault the player base for it, for the fact of how toxic it's become. I'm gonna mainly fault the devs for that, because they've let it become that way. Like they've constantly, and it's strange to me when you compare Honkai Impact 3rd to Genshin, just in terms of character design, story, and how they've handled things. It is miraculous of how well Genshin does. Character design, Honkai Impact 3rd has some very attractive characters. And the male characters are good too, for the very few that there are. Like I was going on a binge and rewatching some of the old trailers and stuff for Impact 3rd, and I'm just like, this is storytelling. This is storytelling through just cinematics, and I feel the emotion in each of these. And then I look at Genshin and I'm just like, there's no real emotion in it. There's no real drive for the story. Like, oh my god, are you a sadist? Or a masochist? Should I be whipping you? Okay. Like, yeah, I hated that. I literally was just like, why am I supposed to care about you? I've known you for like one patch. I've known you for this patch, and you've done nothing really except be Mr. Exposition. And like after he dies, there's nothing. There's like no sense of anything. Like, if you're trying to elicit feelings out of me, it doesn't have to be a main character. They could have made Teppei an amazing side character. But it also pissed me off for the fact that the entire Inazuma storyline, from when you start to when you end it, I think was only 3 patches, wasn't it? Or 2 patches? It was like 3. So you start, you get there, you meet the Shogun, then you almost get beaten, and then you get sent to go join Kokomi, which again was just terribly handled for the fact that it was like, there's this great war, and like nothing really happens. Like, there's nothing really there. Oh crap, hold on. I just realized something. I do not have your audio. I don't have Discord audio. I had it set up. Yes, nobody's been able to hear you. I was like, wait a minute, why is there no audio here?
Passionate ranting about how poorly Inazuma was handled and going through 2 different campaigns and how Natlin was mediocre at best
And
from everything I've experienced. Yeah. Mediocre at best, absolutely horrible at worst.
Hey, you're here now. Your audio's here now, so you can complain later.
Yeah.
Hell, we can rehash it. I don't care. But when a story is trying to make you feel things, it's not doing a good job.
Like, you don't need to go down the path.
I felt really excited was when the Shogun was about to strike us down.
Yeah, that shit was actually fucking cool.
And then I felt sad because instead of us stopping it, it's Kazuha. This character who I really didn't care about from day one, and I still don't care about from day one. And it has nothing to do with the voice actor. It's just the fact that he was put in the story.
Really written. I'm unreal with you.
He was put in the story as a Deus Ex.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, I have this thing, and it's basically a, oh no, I have this thing that I'm trying to do, and it's this, the vision or whatever, and then it stops the blade, and I'm just like, no, it looked cool, but no.
Yeah, like, the scene was cool, very poorly executed, though.
It was, and I was looking so much forward to it. And, like, the build-up with the Shogun was interesting, but at the same time, it didn't really feel like we were getting stronger in the sense, and it wasn't until Sumeru where apparently you're starting to become stronger. But at the same time, your character still uses a basic-ass looking sword.
Yeah.
And it irritates me, not because the sword is basic, but because currently, in storyline, I don't feel the character has earned any sort of power.
Yeah, no, most of the triumphs have either come from companions or the Archons themselves. Never really the main character. Never the MC.
And that's what irritates me about the writing right now. And it's kind of the same with Star Rail. Like, outside of Kokolia's boss fight, the Trailblazer hasn't actually done anything by themselves. Hasn't actually done anything. Granted, Penacony's storyline was centered around friends and, like, help. So that made sense. The Zien Show storyline is just Jing Yuan being like, oh, look, I'm here to solve all your problems instantly because I can. Which I hate that kind of writing. And then Honkai Impact has actual earned character growth.
Yeah.
From day one.
And also very traumatic scenes. Holy fuck, it is depressing seeing what happens to most of those characters.
It is because they've it's written in a way that makes you go,
Yeah,
crap.
they make you grow attached to the characters, and then they fucking rip them away from you.
Like, even when I didn't even know, like, Teresa's storyline, I forget how you say her name exactly. Like, the principal storyline.
You said it pretty closely.
Like, just seeing her, she's an adorable little figure. Then learning that she's stuck in a child's body.
Yeah.
And that she can't grow older, and that she's a clone or an experiment, and you know all this stuff. You get attached to the character.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, these characters in Impact Third have like traumatic backstories.
And I haven't played part 2, so I don't know exactly how the character is handled in part 2. So all my knowledge is part 1.
Yeah, same here. I've played through like the introduction to part 2. It seems like it has a pretty similar tone though, and I'm excited about it.
But
the characters are handled pretty similarly.
When you start Impact Third, from the start of the mission, you feel Kiana as a character. She's there. She's trying to complete a mission. She fights. You do this. Story happens. There's more stuff to it, and then it builds on that. You then learn about May. You learn about Branya. And like, you don't even have to have played the first game to even understand the character's motivations, because some of that is taken from the first game into Impact Third. It's not the same game, it's not the same storyline, but it's the same generalness. And then you have, the darker sides of the story. You have them build character. You have everything build up as it goes, and it doesn't drag its feet. And when it does drag its feet, it's usually because it needs to get a point across. And then you have the biggest twist when it happens, when Kiana succumbs to the Void to become the Hersher. And literally was the whole point of what started Honkai Impact Third's rise, was that. The Hersher of the Void.
Yeah.
Because that's when I wanted to play the game. Was when the Hersher of the Void came out. Also, hello Demos, welcome.
Hello. I really wish that the writers that made the story for part 1 of Impact Third, still haven't played part 2, so can't tell you, but I'm gonna be completely real with you. I really wish that the writers for Impact Third actually worked on Genshin as well.
Genshin,
I really do.
But I can understand it because they want to keep the team. They wanted to keep that team for themselves. Well, not for themselves, but development for different teams to do different things. But as a whole, Impact Third's group is just basically, we're vibing, we're making money. We're not the best seller, but hell, we love our game.
They're not the best, but they treat their game like a baby. They're just like, they will actually care for it.
Now, granted, Impact Third is a little worse comparatively to Genshin and Star Rail in terms of gacha pulls.
Yeah.
Granted, in Impact Third, you do 100 pulls in Impact Third, you're guaranteed the banner character. Versus Star Rail and Genshin and Zenless, where you have a pity character. Also, hello Jack, welcome. But on top of that, there's the BS and the Stigmatas trying to pull for those. It's 150 pulls to get all 3. And you're only guaranteed to get it when you're only guaranteed to get that one when you hit the cap for the pulls. But you can still get the random one through pulls.
Yeah.
You definitely got sleep? I don't believe that.
Yeah, neither do I.
But that's when it's easier for pulls, but then again, they also have the other pulls that are just kind of skeezy.
Yeah.
But granted, it's still guaranteed. You're guaranteed to get the character, the weapon, and I forgot they had the weapon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
You have weapon, stigmata, and character you need to get. It sucks.
Yeah, it is actually worse, but guaranteed characters, though, at least.
Yeah, at least. Thank God.
You're at least guaranteed to get the character, the weapon, and the stigmata when you hit the cap for pulls, versus Star Rail, Genshin, and Zenless, where, oh yeah, you didn't get the character at the thing, don't worry, just do another 90, 100 something pulls, and you can get that character again.
Well, thankfully, Genshin is introducing the new mechanic where if you lose 50-50, the game gives you another variation of 50-50.
That's what they've had before.
Huh?
That's what they've had already.
No, but more of like if you lose 50-50, the game will instead do like this weird special wish where you'll have a different color. So like, the 5-star will turn into like this prismatic color telling you, you lost your 50-50, here's your chance for you to actually not lose it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's really weird to try and explain, but it's pretty much, the game does a 50-50. If you lost, and it knows that you lost before it even shows you what character you're getting, they pretty much re-roll the dice. It's really weird and hard to explain, but it's pretty much if you lose 50-50, they re-roll the dice with like a different percentage, which is smaller, but you know, you can still win.
That's stupid. Just give me the damn character.
Yeah, it's very fucking annoying. I don't like it, but it's better than having what we did have.
No, it wasn't. There's still a random chance to not get my character.
Yeah, it's still fucking bad. I'm saying it's better than it was before. Still bad. Just slightly better. Like paper thin better.
Now, when we compare gacha rates compared to other games, it really does irritate me. From a lot of it is, yeah, it's not guaranteed to get this character. Fuck you if you want to get it. Good luck paying for it type scenario.
Yeah.
And that's never okay. If I spend $100, I should get the guaranteed character. I should get the character.
That's the fun part about Genshin. You could spend $100 and still possibly not get the character.
Well, it's also true for many other games.
Yeah,
but
it sucks.
Some other games have, you know, a lot better into it than that one.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm really wishing gacha games never took off the way they have. Instead, it was, you know, cosmetics, you know, fancy looking things, and the characters are just given to you in the game. That's what I would like it to be.
What you just said, it reminded me. You remember when I had that little small breakdown when I was talking about Devil May Cry? You know, the mobile one.
Oh yeah.
And how its beta was actually really good.
Yeah.
Can you guess what they did for their gacha on the beta?
I probably could, but I'm confused now.
Technically cosmetics. Cosmetics that cause stat boosts in certain departments.
That's again, that's not what I'm talking about. That's pay to win.
I'm not saying entirely pay to win. Instead, what they did was they did a trade-off system where the cosmetic would change one stat but decrease another.
It doesn't matter. If it increases anything,
yeah,
it is seen as pay to win.
Yeah.
Because you are paying for that increase. Regardless if you lose or not.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why I'm not looking forward to like Mecha Break, which has mods that give you an increase but then also a decrease.
They have Hana.
But it's an RNG to get the specific one you want. If it's random and I don't get it, but you know, lucky player number 47 gets 30 of them and I get none of them.
Yeah, you're pretty much royally fucked.
Yeah. Again, the mods don't do too much. It's not like, yeah, here's a 30% increase in, you know, targeting speed. No, it's like a 1% or a 2%. It's nothing super high. But again, if I don't get it, but somebody else gets it and gets more than that, it's
still an edge over you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I remember when games are fun. Games are fun still. It's
Yeah.
just a lot of them are centered around min-maxing, meta, and so forth, because they're centered around PvP aspects or DPS checks.
I'm so excited for Wilds, anyways.
But I enjoy gacha games, but I'm tired of them because in order for me to enjoy it, I have to constantly pull for new characters. Because, oh yeah, this character is cool, but guess what this character does in the next patch that you won't see for another 3 months, but we're already releasing it 2 months before it even comes out. Which is what's happening where they're in waves.
And we already confirmed that they're stronger than your current units.
Well, not so much that we've confirmed they're stronger, but just showcase like, oh yeah, there's this new character. This is what they can do. This is all the cool stuff.
Yeah, instead of leaving us to figure it out.
We got an ad break on Twitch right now, so let's take a moment to drink, stretch, clap those cheeks.
If I had a camera active, I would start twerking.
Don't worry, when I get full body 3D, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. Just gonna see me start twerking. I can't twerk worth my life, but I'll do it.
The thing is, as a joke, both me and my brother have learned how to twerk just to scare the fuck out of people.
I need to do that. I need to go to get dance classes one day, and like I need to learn how to twerk for.
The thing is, we learned how to do it, and now anytime we know someone's about to turn a corner, we both just start doing it. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Like that meme where people just walk in and it's just like you're doing something, and next thing you know, they turn around and start just twerking at you. I don't know exactly the meme, but it's something happens and the character just like is ass facing the character and starts twerking.
It was entirely meant for the fact that it's just a very fucking funny jump scare to just do to somebody.
I'm sorry about the ads. I'm sorry, you guys, but it's the only way to prevent pre-roll ads for everybody. Which is like 8 minutes of ads. I'd rather you guys have a minute and a half of ads every 30 minutes rather than, 8 minutes.
Risk of Rain 2 got its DLC, Seeker of the Storms. The new one's here. Yippee.
I literally thought the game was done with development and it wasn't getting any updates. I did not realize it was still getting updates.
Nope, it had Survivors of the Void, and they were like, alright, we're done, and then came back out of nowhere and went, never mind, we lied, Seeker of the Storm, it's gonna come out, and then it came out recently.
I literally thought Risk of Rain came out like in 2010.
Risk of Rain 2?
Yeah,
no.
I thought it came out like years ago. Like a long ass time ago, because I'd never even heard of it until I saw Scott playing it one day.
Damn.
So I never even heard of it, so like I'm surprised. I was like, oh, must be an old game. No, it came out a couple years ago apparently.
Nope, it's not that old.
But to top off the gacha discussion, to top the discussion for gacha games, my key annoyance with gacha is the fact that it's FOMO. And, fear of missing out. Yeah,
fear of missing out. Yeah.
Now, I don't mind that for some instances. Like, say there's a seasonal event or like a special character release that you can only get at this time. As long as they're not top tier, if you don't get them, you're screwed kind of thing, I don't mind. Also, I keep getting called old for remembering who Brandon Lee was. Who the fuck is Brandon Lee?
Oh?
I'm sorry, I'm old as shit, but I don't know anything outside cartoons, so.
Hi guys, I've been living under a rock until recently, so. The extent
I
of
grew
my
up with
knowledge,
cartoons and Cartoon Network, so.
I grew up playing fucking random ass games on like Nintendo, so you need Nintendo, PlayStation, Microsoft type knowledge. I got you, but like anything else, good luck trying to get that out of me.
But when gacha games make it to where like, okay, yeah, here's the new banner. Don't worry, in 6 months we'll have that banner back out for you. But don't worry, we'll have this new character along with them that you might want more. But you won't be able to get it unless you spend a lot of money, or you just saved up for that.
It's gross. It's yucky. It's not great.
But don't worry, we aren't going to give you a lot of currency between those 6 months either. We're going to give you some logins and maybe throw you a gem, but you're going to have to save up everything. Or you can be like Goddess of Victory Nikkei and literally just kind of give you gems. Like if you play it daily for a month and don't spend any gems, just for the dailies alone, you get 100 gems for dailies. So 30 days, you get a full pull. You get a full 10 pull. I know it doesn't seem like much, and let me check the calculator real quick. So you get what, 60 gems for 60 for the daily logins for Genshin and stuff. So 60 times 30. Oh, 8. So it's over a pull. So you get a pull and 1 pull. He didn't come back to revenge his and his fiance's murder just for Holywood to kill him. I don't know who you are talking about, and this sounds more like a drama-filled thing than anything else.
It really does, but I have no clue what it is, and it's Jack, so I just kind of brush it off half the time.
But again, like, you get a full 10 pull in 30 days. That's on top of the weeklies. That's not even on top of the weekly stuff, which gives you an extra, what, 300 gems? He was the Crow, guys.
I'm not thinking very much right now.
I've never even watched The Crow.
You're talking in language to me right now, Jack.
I think he's talking about The Crow, the series or the movie or whatever.
So, I'm gonna be completely real with you. Still speaking an alien language to me.
I don't know. I'm sorry. But...
oopsie.
But, you know, Nikkei just kind of gives you everything. And it rewards you for your pulls as well. And I know, you know, Star Rail and the other games do that as well. They give you some currency to pull, but they also give you 2 different kinds of currency. You know, they give you the premium currency, which you get for like 5 stars and stuff like that, and characters. And then they give you that kind of mediocre currency, which you can use for materials and stuff. Nikkei just gives you the 1 material, which you can be used to purchase anything from that 1 shop.
Nikkei just looks at you and go, "Here you go, have fun."
I'm being screamed at again! Stop screaming at me!
I mean, I'm chilling here, guys. I can't have anything thrown at me.
But I can throw you.
I mean, while I can be thrown, I can't have things thrown at me. And being thrown, that would not be the first in my time.
But even bigger buck Hanaga hoops. Humongous hungalonga no logongas.
I am the multi-personnel dragon. But
hi, I'm here too.
You're just there. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
But again, like, you know, Nikkei does a lot of things that a lot of gachas don't do nowadays.
I think a better topic name would have been gacha, just in general.
I can change it. Well, we were talking about Genshin first, and now it's changed.
Yeah, it kind of devolved or evolved into gacha in general, but I mean,
because you started out with the new land, and then we kind of just went from there.
Yeah, I kind of started off talking about Natlan because, you know, I did get to experience it, and oh, it's bad. It's not good. Anyways.
But again, playing Nikkei, I don't have to worry about missing out on a lot of things.
Yeah, because don't they put, like, literally every character in standard banner?
Every character in Nikkei, outside of the limited run characters, gets put into the standard banner.
Pretty much the event characters, specifically.
Well, no, event characters can get put in, but it's like limited event characters, like the Christmas, the summer, and crossover.
Oh, hey, 2B. He's like looking over to my right. Oh, hey, 2B.
Okay, Jack, I can't tell if you're being serious or you're sleep deprived. I'm confused. Stop confusing me. Confuse Kirbo instead.
At this point, I've dealt with so many of the odd ramblings of Jack that I just kind of ignore it sometimes.
But
sometimes I listen.
But again,
and
it's
pretend like I'm understanding.
But again, it's since they add most every character to the banner, you're able to get characters you missed out on. Just like
really cool.
today, I literally played it today to do my dailies and stuff, and
Did you get someone by shits and giggles?
Yeah, I spent some money on it because they had outfits I wanted to get for 2 of the characters.
Yeah. Huh.
I only spent like $40 total, but it's two different things.
You're speaking rich to me. That's what you're speaking right now.
No, I'm speaking. I just got paid. But yeah, I was able to get. I'll put it on screen. I was able to get Soda, Bunny Soda. I was able to get her, and then I also got.
Wait to see this.
I also got Trony. I missed both. I couldn't get Soda on her banner, and Trony I wasn't able to even get on hers because I didn't have the gems at the time. But look at that.
I would be so full with you. All I saw was cleavage jump scare, and I actually recoiled. Not even gonna slightly lie. I saw just cleavage on my screen in a moment, and I actually almost fell back in my chair. I got scared.
But yeah, we have Trony, who literally I never got to pull for because I was trying to save. And then Soda Twinkling Bunny. And I got him. I got one from pulling, and then I got one from the mold that they give you that you can get in the game. So I got both of those characters that I missed, and I don't have to wait for a rerun.
Also, I'm gonna be so frugal with you. I can't hear the
redeems,
the audio from stream. So any of Jack's, little audio blurps,
I will not forget you or your son Bruce.
Yeah, any audio or anything coming from Jack, including things being thrown at you, I can't hear. Thankfully, I can see them happening. I can't hear them though. Thankfully,
you don't need to. It's all on me. It's me.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm not the streamer. I'm just kind of here.
But it's nice that I don't have to worry. Like, granted, yeah, it's gonna be kind of difficult to get them. Like, I still haven't gotten all the characters in Nikkei. I'm still missing a couple of the basic standard characters, and I'm still missing a few of the event characters. But again, I've gotten them because the game gave it to me. Why are your kidneys hurting? Why are they hurting?
It's a really good question to ask Jack that will probably turn into a very long discussion.
Old.
Yeah.
I think we're all old at this point.
Don't remind me, please, 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 please.
How old are you, young man? Young knight in shining armor, how old are you today?
Thankfully, I'm not as old as most, but still. No. I hate the fact that I am getting older. It's...
Yeah, if only we had the power to stop aging. That'd be nice. Just live infinitely forever.
I guess. Yeah?
I don't know.
all I said was Zawarudo, I guess.
Zawarudo. I don't really watch JoJo's.
I only did it because funny, haha, stop time.
But again, gachas are fun, but
they're fun, but they've kind of just turned into give me your money simulator.
Give me your money, and we have all this cool stuff, but you have to grind for everything.
Yeah.
Like, I get tired of it when I'm just like, I just want to chill. Nope, you've got to grind.
Yeah, no, that's honestly the reason why I've been dropping most of the gacha games I've been playing. I've just reached the point where I mainly just do Genshin and Withering Waves daily, and then I stop playing for the rest of the day.
Yeah, like, I'm probably gonna drop Zenless again. Like, I'm enjoying it, but
yeah, they're enjoyable, but it's like it's tedious. It's just,
you've got to farm for the materials daily and do all this. That's why, like, I'm not really getting into Wuthering Waves. Like, I play Nikkei every day. I do the dailies in it and stuff like that, but it's a lot different than Genshin, Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, Zenless, because it's not open world. It's not turn-based. I don't have to explore every little nook and cranny. I can just click, go to the event, go do this, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
Versus,
Like, if I want to explore every nook and cranny of a game, I'll play Pikmin. Like, damn.
or I'll play like an open world game that I enjoy, or, you know, something.
I'd go back to Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom that I never finished. I should probably finish Tears of the Kingdom, but, you know.
I will never finish those games because Zelda's not there, and if she is there, she's there for 5 minutes, and that's about it.
2 seconds. 2 seconds in Breath of the Wild.
But like, I'm just getting kind of tired of them. They're fun games. Like, if I could play through the story and enjoy it without having to farm characters and do this type of stuff, power to you. Which is what Zenless is doing. Is, you know, hey, here's a story, you can do this, and then like, oh, there's cinematic thing where you can play as the characters in the thing, and you can do that. That's fine. That's cool. It's just boring that I have to constantly farm for materials every day to get my characters up to fighting stance. And then I've got to farm through RNG for the relics, which I really, really, really hate that Genshin Impact introduced that mechanic to the world.
Yeah, I hate it.
Why do so many companies think it's a smart idea?
You're just like, hey guys, look at this system called artifacts, and then it's just, oh no. It just became a whole thing, and now here we are.
Like, I know they do it so they can force people to spend more money for more chances to get it, so they can farm more often, which I know that's the whole reason. Granted, Wuthering Waves does it a little easier in that you can get them out in the world. Outside of the very specific ones, like the big bosses, you can get them in the world. You can get 99% of the echoes in the world in Wuthering Waves.
Yeah, you can literally just walk around a corner and accidentally come across an echo and just be like, oh shit, cool.
Because every enemy, every tacit discord you kill has a chance to become an echo. Human enemies don't. So.
Yeah.
But again, you can farm them. Granted, yeah, the chance becomes lower as you get them, but you can still get them. Yeah. Versus Hoyo's version, which is you can only get it at specific times and quacks of the day. Or you can only get it when you farm for it. And I'm just like, why? And it's RNG. There's so much RNG. And 9 times out of 10, it's just DPS, DPS, DPS. You need heals? No, just DPS.
Yeah. Yeah, Genshin is just one giant DPS check. I'm gonna be real with you.
Genshin, Star Rail, and Zenless.
Yeah, they're all just giant fucking DPS checks.
And Wuthering Waves is kind of the same, but the difference between Wuthering Waves is mainly just you get the same rank no matter what through the time limit. You just have to beat it before the time limit. Genshin, Star Rail, and Zenless is your rank depends on how fast you get it done.
Also, I'm gonna be real with you. Wuthering Waves characters feel a lot more fragile than any of the other mentioned gacha games.
They are. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh god, my character's almost dead because they don't flinch.
Yeah, you get hit twice, you are nearly dead. Which I like.
I like it, but at the same time, it also pisses me off because I don't have good depth perception.
Yeah, and especially since, you know, the game is still a DPS check, but now there's actual skill included in knowing timings and also dodge windows.
Yeah, and that's my problem with dodge windows because frames, granted, I probably don't have the best monitor. I probably have a very crappy monitor to be playing a game that has high frames. So I probably would need to upgrade my monitor to play it properly. because I know for a fact I'm missing some frames. I don't know exactly what frames I'm missing, but I do know one thing. It's a lot of people are like, oh, it's easy to, you know, parry, to dodge, to do all this other stuff. And I'm just kind of like, no, it's not. Not everybody processes information the same.
Yeah, no, it's a major difference. It's literally, oh yeah, are you good at games? Okay, you have a slight advantage. And then there's also the part of, do you have the proper tech? If the answer is no, go fuck yourself. Die.
In Elden Ring, yes, Elden Ring is basically just a vigor check.
Yeah, it
Can
is.
you survive this one-hit kill? Oh, you can now. Good for you.
Oh, you have enough vigor to live past the heat death of the universe? Alright, good job. Now, try not to get hit by the other incoming attacks.
I enjoyed Elden Ring at first, but the fact that it got so much popularity kind of just killed it for me. It turned in from a game that was interesting and looking forward to a game that's just like, why?
I mean, like, when I had my version of Elden Ring, I finished that shit so fast just so I can not have, you know, the millions of different, like, content creators and shit spoil things or do something about Elden Ring. So I just tried to finish Elden Ring as fast as I could.
Like, Elden Ring was fun to me, but I didn't really enjoy it as much as I did Sekiro. Like, I enjoyed Bloodborne more than that, and I hated Bloodborne for how annoying it was.
Bloodborne is something else. It is a beautiful experience, but holy shit, it is brain, like, damaging.
It is beautifully painful.
Yeah.
It is
It's
a
a
beautifully
masochist
crafted
dream.
world at a shitty PC, on a shitty time, for the fact that it could have been so much better.
Yeah.
If it had been released on the PS4 instead of 3, it probably would have been so much better.
Yeah, honestly.
Playing it, you can see that it was more geared towards farming and other things, and the AI is also really terrible in that game for a lot of aspects.
It sucks.
You can see how dated it is compared to, you know, Sekiro and, you know, Elden Ring, the newer ones. Sekiro's pretty dated too, because they still have patterns.
Yeah. Dark Souls 3 still one of my favorites. I'm gonna be real with you.
I've never played Dark Souls. I've played Dark Souls 1, and I played it for 10 minutes, and then quit the game.
Dark Souls 3 is just an extremely polished version of 1, with the traveling to areas and clearing them out with different story beats.
Right,
Yeah,
well,
of course.
We've talked the
Mhm,
death
yeah,
out of Gotcha, so what else should we talk about?
Yeah. Let's see here. We didn't really plan this one out, huh?
No, well, we were just yapping. We didn't really. We don't even really need a topic. We can just be yapping.
Yeah.
You were the one that suggested the topic, so.
Yeah, I was just saying if we do have an overall topic we are talking about at the time.
Here, I just put a question mark in there. Topic.
I see that.
Whatever. Topic, whatever. There we go. Topic, whatever.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, right now, because it's on my mind, and it hasn't left my mind since I saw, it appears that Wilds is going to be very fucking polished and very fun.
Well, Worlds was polished as hell. When it
Yeah, but I'm
released.
saying, like, Wilds looks like it's going to just be some kind of, like, golden child of the Monster Hunter series.
It basically
Probably gonna
is.
Probably gonna be easier, and some people are gonna be upset about that.
I kind of feel like it might not be. There's a lot more mobility in the characters, but they're also taking into account that they also have to do that to the monsters. From what we've really seen has been barely anything. They've shown us some of the high-level they've shown us a couple of high-level monsters, and they've given us a chance to fight them. But again, that's just a basic set. They haven't fully given us a lot. to showcase what
Yeah.
all of the monsters are capable of. Because
it's mainly me bringing up the fact that they're adding in new mechanics, kind of like how people complained when sprinting while drinking became a thing.
yeah,
And now the blocking mechanic and parrying is going to be available to pretty much every weapon now.
which is good because it makes it to where not every weapon, you don't just need to bring in one weapon, which again is the current problem a lot of people are feeling about, which is bring a horn with you, pop your songs for the horn, switch your weapon, and you're good to go, because the buffs stay from the horn when you switch weapons.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid that you need to bring a horn with you as your secondary weapon. That's what people are afraid of right now. That's what I've read. Granted, that's a small minority.
Yeah, if you're playing the game with a person who, in question, mains the horn, hi, how's it going? That's me.
I don't need to worry about that because I got my horn main friend, who will probably bring a hammer as a secondary.
Yeah, if I get pissed off enough, I will put away the horn just to give someone a concussion.
Like for me, I'll probably have Insect Glaive as my main because I love Insect Glaive. I am sad I can't fly around the arena anymore in Wilds.
Wait, did they take out the just randomly jumping around in midair? Is it just now jumping and that's
when
it?
your combo finishes, you don't get an extra wind. So it just
No, you
Yeah.
can't do the
can't
enemies
fly
infinitely
around and just infinitely attack anymore.
Oh no, that's gonna be sad. But at least you still have the ability to fight in the air.
Yeah, you can still combo in the air, but it's like after the initial spin and you do the final attack, instead of like bouncing back up, you just go down.
Yeah, you just head straight back down.
Yeah, but for me, I've never like I will probably have Insect Glaive and maybe Longsword. But if I really want to experiment, I'll try I'll probably honestly I want to get into Gunlance because I've loved Gunlance, but the mobility of it has always been irritating to me.
I personally want to get into Lance, but after trying it in World, I realized a pretty funny thing. So monsters have a tendency to be hit and also hit your shield and have literally no recoil from it. So you can like use Lance's guard thing, but if you have other players with you, you can't really defend them much. You're a defensive role that's bad at defending.
Which is good for Wilds. They're changing it up and making it a bit easier to do stuff.
Yeah, because in World, if you block, you can have the monster do like a charging attack, and you'll hit the block. Yeah, you'll be able to block the damage. They'll run past you whenever they're charging forward, so they'll hit you, keep charging, and probably hit someone behind you.
Which is the problem with World, is that it's an upgraded version of Monster Hunter that was sorely needed, but it still has a lot of the old Monster Hunter traits.
Yeah.
Versus Wild, which is
It feels like Monster Hunter at its core, which is the important part.
yeah, which is Wilds is taking what World had. And he's like, all right, so this worked, but this was still like the old game, and we want these weapons and classes to feel like they, can do something. Like if you block with a shield, it should stop the attack. Or it should have some sort of recoil, or it should like deflect it, or something that makes it say, hey, you actually used a shield, which is, from what I can understand and what I think I remember correctly, is that it actually does do stuff now.
Yeah,
Granted,
like
it's probably
in
not
Wilds, it's gonna change it.
Yeah. And again, like Jack was saying, they tried out some other things, but Longsword was the only thing they were good at. My philosophy is you're never going to be perfect with a weapon.
Yeah, you never are, unless you're one of those people that play the game non-stop with like thousands upon like thousands of hours in the game.
I say even then, because there's no such thing as perfection.
Yeah, there's no such thing as perfection. I'm mainly saying
You'll be good with it, but that's
yeah,
again
really good, but no, yeah.
And that's true for any instance. That's playing guitar, you're not going to be good at it unless you practice at it. And it comes easier to a lot of people. It's no different. And yeah, it does suck when you're like, you think this weapon's really cool, but you play it and you're just like, I don't fucking know what's going on. And you can't play it because you don't know how to do it, and because the tutorials don't do a very good job either.
Yeah, no, the tutorials don't explain a lot of things for those weapons.
Tutorials don't explain shit. Like even the insect glaive. I didn't realize how to do the insect glaive.
Yeah, the insect glaives buffs and shit. I remember we were playing, and then you randomly out of nowhere said that you finally figured it out, and I was like, wait, you just now found this out?
Yeah. Just like I almost just now found out this stream according beforehand that I needed to put an audio source in OBS that captures Discord.
Yeah, and you never asked me, so like I kind of didn't know that this was a problem that you had.
I didn't know because
weird.
Nobody ever mentions it in videos. It's like, oh yeah, let's just have it like this and put it in this for Discord. I'm like, okay, that works.
Man, I love this Jimmy Dean ad. that Jimmy Dean breakfast bowl ad sure was great.
Oh,
yeah, it's ad time. Yeah. You know, like. Also, what's really funny is we're technically, quote unquote, on a second kind of topic, technically in the weird way, but it's been an hour.
Yeah, and.
Yeah, I'm surprised because it hasn't felt like an hour. That's
well,
the
you gotta
thing.
remember, last time we were doing this, we went almost 2 extra hours.
True, we did go almost 2 full hours of just yapping, and we had to cut ourselves off.
Why is this girl trying to get me to invest?
That's a really good question that I do not have the answer to. Good luck.
Oh my God.
A better question would be, why are there a bunch of teenagers on a rooftop with headphones trying to rap to me about how these are good headphones? I need you to stop, please.
Welcome back, welcome back. So
yeah, and the ads are over. So let's keep going.
So like for me, I didn't realize that for audio, for Discord, I needed to add one to OBS, because again, nowhere on any of the videos did anybody ever show, oh yeah, you need to add this to OBS. No, it's just do this and it'll capture the audio when you chat. And I'm like, okay. No, you have to add an audio input device or capture device in OBS that captured your Discord, so it plays it when you stream. I didn't know that for 3 freaking years. Also, hello, welcome, hi. I didn't know that for 3 freaking years.
Yeah, that's how I came to be. Hi guys, I'm the guinea pig of said newfound knowledge.
No, you're not the guinea pig. That was Proto Bear. I just forgot to add it to this setup because I had it for my recording stuff.
Ah, that makes a lot more sense.
I added it to the recording stuff for my recording things, but I hadn't added it to chatting and gaming.
So pretty much like I just said, Bear was the unseen guinea pig.
Well, I could have Discord pick it up through the desktop audio, but everybody would also come out very quiet.
Yeah, it would come out kind of odd, weird, not great.
So like I could have it through that, but I would always have to have Bear like turned all the way up, and you know I had Kirbo turned up who almost blew out my eardrums by accident.
Hi.
But I realized, I was like, okay, you know what? While I was recording with Bear earlier today, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. So I added an audio source and and captured it. What the?
Wait, recording earlier today?
Yeah, we did Grounded.
Oh man.
I haven't uploaded it yet. I got to.
I know. I'm just looking at the ground like, oh man, there's so much more for me to work on now.
Am I using any software for virtual channels? No, not that I know of. I have the Elgato Wave XLR that I upgraded to over my Go XLR because it was failing.
Yeah, literal gust of wind touched it. It immediately fell apart.
Literally, I moved my PC over like a centimeter, and the next thing I know, my Go XLR disconnects.
A singular atom touches your microphone. It immediately proceeds to disassemble at the molecular level.
And I'm like, what the fudge? So I had to replace it.
You know, I'm gonna hit you with the same joke I hit everyone else. Just say fuck! Anyways.
What?
Because I do that to people that just fucking say fudge or something else to replace it, so I was like, I'm gonna do the funny.
Oh, you mean like when I say schnizzle?
Yeah.
But, so yeah, and I also learned, I mentioned it earlier before we started the stream, but I've also figured out a way, hopefully for Kirbo, to do better video edits so he can actually move me around on the video and do what a lot of the other editors do.
And I fixed DaVinci, so now I can actually fucking work again without it being weird.
And hopefully actually get them uploaded to me for once.
Again, they're already done rendering. I just need to rewatch through the fucking footage, unless you want me to send it and it's possibly just... it's possibly not working.
I mean, if you would, I don't mind you watching it. I'm gonna be honest. I've been annoyed that it's taken so long. And like every time you're like, I've got this thing, so I thought you were like uploading it to the drive, not that you were trying to get it rendered.
Well, the thing is, I had it rendered, and apparently something was weird with the file type, which is why it always took so long to render.
But
Like,
I'm not trying to like... Again, I haven't paid you, so I can't be like, why isn't it here? I need it now. Because I haven't got you the money.
Neither. And again, if
you
I
wouldn't
ever...
accept it, I know.
Yeah, I would just send it
You are the
right
most
back.
stubborn piece of shit. Piece of
like
schniz.
like you told me the other time before, I'm like the reverse version of like, I forgot what they're fucking called. Like trying to fucking take your money or whatever the fuck they were. I'm like the reverse version of that. I'll instead send it right back to you, if not give you money. Just here you go, have fun, bye.
Sneeze all over the stream. Sneeze, do it.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna sniz all over it. Yeah.
Sneeze. You should sneeze just so I can spray more pollen towards you after you sneeze. So whenever you breathe in, you need to sneeze again.
But again, like from my perspective, I'm annoyed because it's like I want to give you the money because you've worked so hard for this, but I can't give you the money because you won't take the money because you haven't given me. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm very stubborn.
But again, I'm glad you finally figured it out. That we finally can start working on it and actually getting through the videos, and I can start going, look at my bank account. I don't have money right now.
Honestly, I'm so glad that this was figured out. I actually started to cry a little after I found out what was wrong with it.
I wouldn't doubt it. Because it's like something you're doing, next thing you know, you finally figure out the problem. And it's like, oh yeah, there's a lug nut loose. How did I miss this lug nut? And then you're like, oh, now the chair doesn't squeak. Type scenario.
Yeah, it's like I've been so frustrated about it, and then I finally found out it was because it was one of DaVinci's fucking presets for rendering. I was fucking with everything, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Because I had one of their presets instead of my own. Like it's just so goddamn infuriating. But thankfully, it's finally over. I could be free. This hell is ending now.
Because, let me look at it. Let me see how many videos I have in there right now.
Oh god. Just tell me. I'm not even gonna look. Just tell me.
I don't remember how many there are. That's what I'm trying to look. I gotta open up the drive.
I mean, I do have it saved. Like, I have it bookmarked and everything.
Okay,
let's
so
see here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 videos currently in the drive.
Yeah, I see that. I opened up the thing because remember I have it bookmarked on my work focus, and there's a lot I'm gonna have to go through. Don't worry, guys. I'll fix this. Give me next month tops. I'll have about half, if not more.
I mean,
I'll
go
let
ahead and
this
upload the next
problem
one
solved.
to it. Do I have that one in there?
At least I can't make the jokes anymore about being broke then, I guess.
I can.
Well, I mean, you're being broke is because you're constantly trying to get new things.
That's true. I am
Mine is
saving money,
because-
but
Mine is because I pay bills, and that's
mine
it.
too.
I don't really do much else. I don't get new models. I don't do anything really. I mainly exist to try and live.
So I couldn't remember what episode we were on for the Grounded, so I just titled it Grounded episode 19.
Grounded episode. Honestly, I don't remember. Maybe we should consider actually counting these again.
Well, I started at 10 and went from there for all of them, but I couldn't remember what episode we were on from what in the actual thing, so I was just like, okay, episode 19, because that's probably one I haven't done yet. But me and Bear went for almost, I think we went for almost 5 hours.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're not gonna like some of them, but the one before it is almost 6 hours. 5.5 actually. The one before that's 4, and the one before that's only an hour. So 10 through 14 is about hour-long episodes. The next 3 are the long ones.
Hey guys, if you don't hear from me for about a month, you know damn well why. Or well,
see,
you don't hear from me besides from Monster Hunter streams for a month.
My Sons of the Forest videos, one's about 2 hours, which is I think the first time I died, and the other one's about almost 3.5.
I'm gonna be so free with you. I started praying whenever you mentioned how long that one was. I was like, please, please, please don't be long. Please don't be long. Please don't be long. And you said 2 hours, and I was like, okay, so a movie length. All right, cool. And then you mentioned the other one being 3 hours, and I was like, oh, so a Marvel movie length. Okay, good to know.
Well, the Dead Space one that has the new setup test for the new setup is like less than an hour. It's only because Dead Space scares the shit out of me.
I remember you told me that. You know what we need to do? We need to play a horror game. That would be hilarious.
Like, if it's a co-op horror game, I can handle it, because I have a friend who can scream with me. If it's a solo horror game...
The thing is, I've given the Rude Awakening to many of my other friends that I've played horror games with before. My getting scared is a slight jump, and that's it. I don't make noise. I'm dead silent.
I'll usually go like, ah, because I was like, it jumps out at you. I don't panic like Bear does, because I know you've heard it.
Yeah, I have.
When Bear just like has the like super panicness in his voice when the spider shows up.
Also, we're gonna talk about that person in chat, or are we just gonna ignore that?
I mean, we can talk about it, but no, they're just doing it for attention.
I guess so.
I mean, I don't try to hide what I am. There's nowhere on it that says anything specific, so that's your fault for coming in expecting one thing and getting another.
Hey guys, me here, fucking idiot called Whippin' Nene Gangnam Style. I'm going to piss on you.
Okay, now I can ban them.
Yeah. Now you can. Womp womp.
They'll probably come back and as an alt. Ow! Why didn't that work correctly? Hold on. Where are you? Are you connected correctly?
No, I'm not. How did you know?
You be quiet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I know yeah, Dead Space is like less than an hour because I'm just scared shitless.
And yeah, with me in horror games, I'm the kind of fucking idiot that in horror games, I do the stupid thing of, I think the monster wants a kiss, and then run straight at the danger.
The regular Forest episode me and him did is only about 3 hours.
So Marvel movie length, got it.
Yeah, only the newest ones. Most everything else, like the early episodes of Grounded are all short, hour-longs. 15 and up is when it gets long. Because you said you wanted more material, so...
Yeah, more material is better, because it means I have more to work with. Because, like, the one that the first video that I started editing for you, and the first one that actually finished rendering, you know, I still haven't done the second one's rendering yet. Now that I say it, I should probably render the second one while I'm here.
I mean, if
but
you feel like I want to say this before you say anything else is, if you feel there's not enough content in the video I gave you, let me
merge
know.
them.
Merge them.
I will merge them, but thankfully, you and Bear in that first one I did, you guys went at it. You were just yapping. You were talking consistently, and it's like I can't. There's not a whole lot for me to edit here, like cut out,
Cut down
because I remember
we talked.
Yeah, and again, there wasn't a whole lot of material I could do to edit because, you know, you guys kind of had it covered. So I was like, damn, I can't even add in funny kind of edits here.
And again, like when it's me and him, I can't really do the whole thing. And I always refer to this when I do it because I watch him a lot more than I do anybody else. But I can't really do the Markiplier Lixian thing where I kind of like address you. And I'm trying to do that in some of the newer videos. I'm trying to like address you in a way just so you can kind of play along with it. Because again,
that's
like,
my existence.
Again, I want you to have fun doing this, which is why I don't mind you throwing in the edits you do. I'm like, you don't need to go so hard, because again, one of the Markiplier's recent videos from FNAF is he's like, you know, you don't need to blow it up. You don't need to do that. And it's like, Elixian just blows it up. That's basically what you're doing. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. But if you're having fun doing it, do it. As long as the video is legible.
All I gotta say is, you kind of had a fight with a larva in the first recording video, and I may or may not have made a fucking Mario and Luigi, the fucking RPG games edit.
As long as I can't get banned get struck from Nintendo.
Yeah, fucking. It was just Bear jumping in from up above to attack. I was like, oh my god, perfect chance.
But again,
it was like that moment of just like, holy shit, this is my opportunity.
But again, from my perspective is, if you're not enjoying it, editing, I'm not doing a good job entertaining. Because it's true for streaming. If I'm streaming and it's not entertaining to edit, then it's not a good job. I'm not going to do a good job entertaining, and that's why I'm also doing these recordings, so that I can get better at not having the interaction with chat, not having the interaction with you, or with Bear. I'm trying to do more solo things as well. That's going terribly.
now with the recordings, you now have an excuse to interact with me, except you're not interacting with me directly, you're interacting with future me whenever I'm working on said video.
which irritates me, because the observation duty one, I'm irritated because this is before I figured out the new method to get to where you can move the camera around. You know, you can move me around. So when there are things that I miss, you can't see it because you can't move me. And I could be over the thing that you can't see.
So it's like a case of, whoops.
It's a case of, oh, look. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, like having that on observation duty would have been really good, because it's just, I can point it out by like doing the goofy ass edit of like the very obvious red circle and arrow pointing towards it. It just
so like when I was just, like part 1 was easier. Part 1, I think I cleared part 1. Part 2 was when I tried playing hard mode. So I didn't clear it at all.
Yeah, that's like, good luck with that one. All right. Observation duty.
And I was doing one map and I kept failing it. And I'm like, show me what I missed. And now that I think about it, you can't, because what if the thing that you missed was behind me?
You and I can't fucking funny red circle. You missed this change.
I kind of like want to restart both of those videos with the new setup.
If you wanna, you can, and I can work on the other ones in the meantime while you do that. That would be a pretty good idea.
You got tons of anything else, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can work on everything else while you redo those ones, you know?
Yeah, so I don't mind redoing them. And again, it's observation duty. You're gonna have fun no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's also, you know, observation duty was one of those games where you kind of have to keep yourself talking as you're recording it. Because Markiplier put it best in one of his observation duties. Is like, this would be a good game to live stream. That you guys tell me and pointing things out, but this is more fun.
Yeah.
because you can't.
Yeah.
You're like, why didn't you click it? It was right there. It was right there. And you're just kind of like, because you can't see it.
Having the editor can help the viewers express their frustration, because, you know, I can also acknowledge the fact that, you did miss this. I'm gonna scream at you later for this.
Because what's funny is the Dead Space video I have actually has a moment where I'm like, go back and show me that. Show me this thing. Because it's like, I saw something move behind it, but I didn't know if there's an actual thing moving. So I'm like, and you can actually move me around. Granted, it was in the center of the screen when it happened, so you probably don't even have to move me. But again, it's something that you can actually do now because you can move me. I can get out of the way. I'm not relegated to the one side of the corner now when you edit.
Can't wait to move your big ass just random. I need you to move real quick. Hold on. Hey guys, this is just a slight observation I made. There's this singular pixel off. It actually reveals that the boss is actually God.
Also, welcome. Hello. But yeah, like it's a good thing that I've learned this, because now I don't have to record with the overlay. I can just have it full screen, and you can move me around. So like, a lot of them that I have it with the overlay on. Going forward, I don't need that.
Yeah, now you can just be forcibly moved out of the way.
And I don't have the captions for some of them. Would you prefer me to have the captions on for the future?
Honestly, the captions on give me less opportunity to make a stupid subtitle joke that I can make.
Okay, I'll make sure they're turned off, so you can do things.
Yeah, because
kind of like how like pronunciations and stuff, like if I were to say croissant, you could have the croissant.
Yeah, I can actually put in the words croissant in a very funny kind of taunt, just like font.
Like if there's a way for me to put it in there to where you can edit the things out without interfering with the video, I do it so that you can maybe see something that needs to be fixed.
Totally not me about to spoil one of the edits I made in the second video. The caption subtitles, I put a squiggly like black line over one of the words and put may or may not have put something goofier there.
And again, like as I've said it already, but again, if you're not having fun with the edits,
oh, trust me, I've been having fun.
I'm not doing a good job of entertaining. And that's why I'm really glad about doing these videos. It's helping me understand what I'm lacking and what I'm not. Like, I can fire off jokes, but I can't keep a conversation going to save my life. I can usually go like, yeah, we could probably do the